Hello, everybody. Good to see you. We made it to the end, which is very exciting. Very often, people don't get to the end of these programs, of these trainings. So, this tonight will be the bonus chapter. And if you want this guidebook, if you're just listening to the recording later on, you can go to peacefulriches.com. It will take you into the Discord server or the Telegram channel, and you should be able to get it there. So I am excited that we all managed to get this far because it's been quite a process. I know there's one thing getting this far. It's another thing. How many exercises did we do? But that's fine. It doesn't matter. I think a lot of time, even if you can just get here and go through it, it takes a little while, but you start to process what's going on in this way of thinking. Because some of you might have noticed the way we're thinking is a little bit different than how a lot of people process things in life in terms of, so Eddie's just bringing me some water. Thank you very much. It's very nice. I appreciate it. I don't like to be without water. That's cute. So you can close that door now. Thank you. So it's been nice just to see the progress. And as I was saying, yes, it's a different way of thinking in terms of having an offer ready. That's kind of the core of what we're doing, because that determines like what you are as a professional, someone who will bring new money into your life. It's the offer that's going to do that. Then how you make it easy for people to come into your world. And then when they come into your world, when they come into your world, now you get to offer them something of incredible value. And the other thing that you notice that we always talk about, that I talked about this before in many places, but the secret, if the one thing you get from all of this training and you start to apply it in life, it creates a whole different life. And again, don't lose it in the simplicity of it. But never offer something in terms of a product or in terms of some type of negotiation unless you would accept it yourself. And whenever you're building a product or service, always think, would I joyfully buy this? And then if you can get to the place where you're like, I would love to buy this. I wish someone would sell the way I'm selling right now. Whenever you can say that honestly and genuinely, you know you're going to be on a pretty good winner. As I was saying, the way Peaceful Riches is set up, I would love, again, someone in piano to set things up this way. I would join in an instant. I'd be all about it. I'd be loving it. I think it'd be incredible. Hopefully someone copies this model and goes for that. And I think it's such a beautiful way to do it. So hopefully you guys are thinking as well, how do I sell in a way that I want to buy? And again, there's always that, well, my product's different, my service is different, I just sell cabbages. It's like there still can be interesting ways to do it. You just got to be a little bit more creative about the process. And again, this is not the end of the journey. This was setting the frame of a way of thinking so that in the group going forward, and once you do the other courses we're going to do, they all stack on top of each other. And all these skills until eventually you really see this way of thinking, and then you just find making money very easy. Because it really shouldn't be that difficult if you know how to do it right, because most people don't do it right. So whenever you figure it out, then money should start flowing a lot more easy. So Zoltan says it's quite a lot different way of thinking than most people. Yeah, it is. And especially whenever we do the inner game of money in January, I hope you're all going to be here for that, then you're going to see how internally you do it in a different way also. And when you combine those two together, the Get Money Now external and the internal stuff together, it's like different life completely. So Daniel says, I'm learning to appreciate myself more. That's where it begins. When you realize your own value, that's where it really begins. So amazing. So I've misaligned behaviors. I learned a little. I need to play the repeat button. Yeah, so with anyone, it takes some time. Go easy on yourself. If you were able to drop 1, 2, 3 shitty behaviors in this process, and again, shitty behavior can just be like, you get a Facebook, you see a video, and you scroll to another video, scroll to another video, scroll to another video, and you're just wasting your time, feeling a bit depressed doing that. If you just stop doing that thing, already you're ahead. If you stop eating so much sugar, stop watching so many movies with the crap in it, and maybe go for a little walk and stuff, already your energy's better, so you're more likely to do better in life. And then in time, over a year, you'd be shocked how many things you can start changing. So yeah, I appreciate there's a good turnout tonight. And if anyone has any other questions before we get into the session, because we've got quite a bit to cover tonight. I wasn't expecting to be so much, but I realized there was quite a lot of things. So Zoltan, I re-edited the videos. I appreciated those. So Zoltan was making some videos for like little clips of these of the segments we've been doing. And it'd be very nice if I was able to start sharing things like that with you guys in between the calls. So at least you've a couple of things to watch, and the bits you miss in the calls, which obviously we always miss a lot, then it's nice just to be able to get little top-ups and refreshers. So I appreciate Zoltan doing that. Let me see, is his offer the same? Zoltan, your offer is still the same? It's still good. It's still it's still one of the better ones, but I thought you'd have updated your offer by now. Let's see, Addy, what's he got? Where's his offer? I'm helping people to realize there's more to life than a 9-to-5 job. I've generated millions since I dropped from my last job. Where's the offer, Addy? Come on. It sounds cool. You sound like a boss. You sound like a mafia guy. Come on, you can do it. I'm not just joking about mafia guy, but you sound great, but get the offer. Come on. Yeah, so, and as Zoltan says, the compound effect, little steps add up. Yeah, it does for sure. So, Addy says, it's below, but Discord is not showing everything. You did too much. You got to figure that out. Come on, Addy. You know this. You're Mr. Tech Man. And Zoltan said he'll still update his offer. Zoltan, tell us, because then I want to check it out. So I'll give you a little what we're doing this week as well, because I want you guys to do big money moves. And again, these big money moves might seem quite small money moves at the beginning, but that's what it is. It's building habits of doing things in a different way. So you remember on the last call we talked about demonstrations in order to get potential clients and being able to do these things. So we've had 3 people stepped up to do demonstrations this week. And I love that, because it doesn't matter how they're going to be, but I just love that people are stepping up, being willing to put themselves out there in a new way. So tomorrow we'll be having a call with Elisa, and she's going to help me do some copywriting, and she's going to help me brainstorm some ideas for a new project we're doing. And I just thought it'd be cool if some of you want to come on the call. Like, again, with these ones, I don't know how interesting it's going to be. It might be incredibly interesting. It might not be. I have no idea. I don't even know how good a copywriter Elisa is, but I'm just excited to see people stepping up, and I want as many of you as possible to do these type of things, and I'm willing to put the time in to help facilitate it, because I think it's amazing. So just to see the process of how we work through a lot of things, because sometimes some of you might be looking at what we're doing and you might get the idea that all of this business stuff looks easy for us, but for you that it's hard. But I can tell you, when you see us trying to do some copywriting tomorrow, it's a tricky, slippery process for most of us. It's just we keep working and trying to tweak it and trying to improve it and trying to make it better. And most of the time we're doing most of the things wrong. But you try to do enough things that over time it still works. And that's all we're doing, really. So you'll see, hopefully with Elisa, we'll get as much as it done as possible for the first product. But then I wanted to tie things together, because I try to have a bigger picture approach. So then Ralu who's in the call here now, will be guiding me on Tuesday night for anyone who wants to join. Again, might be 2 people joining, might be 50 people joining. I have no idea. Everyone's welcome. And you can ask questions and maybe have your input, so you can also help out and see the process. She's going to guide me through how we design the branding for the new project, like the colors, the fonts, the mood, the theme, and all this stuff. Like, I don't really know how this process is going to go. I'm excited to let her lead, and I'm just going to follow her expertise and see how it goes. So it can be instructive, so you'll know how to do it in your own project, and you'll also know how difficult it can be. Because it doesn't mean I'm going to love any of it. I may love it, I may not love it. It's fine, but it doesn't matter. We put it out, we give it our all, we give it our best. I'm sure I'm going to get some great ideas, and if I love it, that'll be the new style. If I don't, no hard feeling. We're going to do what we do anyway. So that's the thing. Whenever you put yourself out there, don't ever feel offended if somebody doesn't love what you do. Not everything you do resonates with everyone. And maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but you have to be willing to take the risk. So that's the thing. So that's why I appreciate everyone stepping up. And then Gabe, we have Gabe at Digital Finest. He's taken us through how to build a landing page on Thursday. So he'll do, again, the project that Elisa starts and Rowley builds on, and then Gabe will put together into a landing page on a live call. So he'll show you the process of doing that, so you can set it up for yourselves. I don't know the technical process of how he's doing that either, but he built some very nice websites. He's very good at it, and I'm excited to see how it is. So Karina says, will you record those calls? Yes, we're recording those calls. So So you'll be able to have that. So feel free to come on if you want. I'm not trying to get like a big turnout for that or anything. Like I just want to go through this process, give you guys a chance to step up. And then again, if you feel inspired to come on the call, have a bit of fun. As again, we try to have some fun and we learn many things you might not be expecting to learn. So that's the process for this week. I hope you can make it. And I hope some of you, if you have another demonstration you think will help us, I'm open. I'm always willing to help invest in the people here. If I can help you get a platform. And even like Elisa, she was saying she's a bit nervous and a bit scared. She hasn't done this process before. And it's like, good, now I like it even more. I like pushing people to take steps, be willing to step up a little bit, put yourself out there. And it goes how it goes. It just goes how it goes. Same as tech support came in the call. Abe Inking came in the call before. So it's nice to have people stepping up. So Gabe says, exciting, loved everyone to join, ask questions, happy to answer any questions you might have. So that's the thing. I want these trainings to be interactive as well, like not just like I talk, you listen, but over time, you guys are kind of just teaching lots of things here, putting yourself out there, building up, getting better at talking on camera, better at presenting, better at closing sales, and all of these things. So, because this is the culmination of what we're doing. So saying that, if anyone got the guidebook, tech support generously put it in the chat. I posted on Telegram and Discord earlier. So I want to go into the recap and reflection, because sometimes whenever we've done a course, we kind of forget how much we've actually done. Just reading a little bit of chat there. We forget how much we've actually done, how many things we've covered. But once you see it again, it's important to think, okay, what else could I get out of this process? Because I guarantee there's a lot of people I know there already a lot of people said they started making more money already. Different deals, new clients, new projects being launched, new contracts being acquired since they joined this program. That's incredible. And there's skills for everyone if you apply it. So we went through every chapter, and I want us all to go through. You can do this during the call now. And we can give ourselves a rating of how much we put into each chapter, in terms of 1 out of 10. So 1 being the least, 10 being the most, and then how thoroughly did I do that chapter? And I think energetic is good to know, because I heard from a T. Harv Eker seminar one time a quote. It's probably not completely accurate, but it's a good reflection of something. It's how you do anything is how you do everything. And when people half-ass one thing, they usually half-ass the other thing. Whereas the people who are like super efficient in business, very often when they come into something like this, they'll also grab everything they can and apply it quickly. They get a good idea, they start applying it. So it's getting that habit of it. So whenever we look at the financial assessment, did you do your financial assessment at the beginning? Are you aware of your finances right now? Aware of your assets? Aware of these type of things? That was a simple one, just to get you start looking at your finances so you're not scared of them anymore. I'm going to go through these quite quickly. So if you have this, or even a piece of paper, you can write them down where we're at. So then we go, time for money magic. Did you successfully identify and eliminate any energy drains? And how has that affected your productivity and financial growth? Did you at least get 1 or 2 things removed that were sucking your energy or wasting your time that you maybe weren't aware of before? And now you feel you've got a bit more energy and a bit more time to invest in these type of things. So you can give yourself a score. Then the awaken the money getter, the ideal professional you. If you remember this exercise, I know it was quite a while ago, it feels like. So did you can comment there and I'll check the comments as well. So Gabe says, yes, that was a big one for me. It was just my time spent on my phone from 3+ hours a day to under 1 hour. Amazing. See, if you do that, like again, that's worth more than everything taking this whole course. Saving that much time, and you can realize in the 1 hour you can probably be more efficient than you would be otherwise. So amazing. Like I love that. So I think that's one of the most important ones, like the bringing back your energy and bringing back your time. So and Denise says, I still listen to ideal professional you, keep doing it. Amazing. Yeah, because the more you do it, so the ideal professional you, that's when you really manifest what it feels like to be your ideal person in the ideal work situation. How does it feel when you're doing it? Are you excited? Are you energized? Are you really just loving serving people? Do you love the process of creating products? Do you love the process of getting out and reaching people and telling people what you're doing? Because if you can love it, I guarantee you're going to make more money if you can really just love it. Because you come at it with a different energy and people are excited to hear, because we love to hear from someone who loves what they're doing. Because very often it's quite rare. You go in, you know how it is, you go to a cafe and it's like, what do you want? What can I get you? All right, thanks. See ya. And you know, it's just like, they're just there, just passing the day, getting money. But when somebody loves it, when you find a chef who loves the food, you know it feels different. You get excited as they are about it. So you can still listen to those audios as many times as you want, of course. Then the other one is the morning routine. So this is Unleash the Money Getter, number 3, the morning routine. And I gave the audio the unlimited workday, where you can, in the morning, do you get up? Do you stretch a little bit? Do you breathe a bit? Do you have something like have a glass of water, get your body moving, do the charging up of your emotions before you go out for the day? Or do you still just like jump out of bed or check the phone in bed to get up, put your clothes on, get to it? And if you did change, notice how much better you feel. Because I know it's for me, when I do the routine consistently, I feel way better. So, and again, you don't have to use my routine. You can adapt it to whatever is good for you. Like a hot shower / cold shower, and you mix them back and forward. These type of things, it gets you focused and ready for your day. Number 4, the hidden money revealed. I know that was quite a interesting chapter because there's so many different aspects to it, and some good exercises. So hopefully, did you really think about other ways in your current business you can do much better than what you're already doing, or new ways to monetize it that you didn't really think of before? Because there's so many ways. Hopefully from that chapter you realize that whenever you come at whatever you're doing right now with that full energy, up in the morning, ready and excited to go, and you start to think about a different way, you realize you can make a lot more money doing exactly what you're doing right now. Just do it in a better way. So Riley says, since I removed social media apps, I started to have more time for my passions. Amazing. Yeah, I love to see that. And that's why I was saying, like, somebody this week was asking about movie recommendations, whereas I was saying, if you have that free time and embrace the boredom, like just let the boredom feel you for a little bit, where you just, and then eventually you're like, what do I do? Instead of sitting down and watch something else, like, okay, I'll draw, or I'll play the piano. Maybe I'll work out a little bit. Maybe I'll go for a walk. Maybe I'll call people. Like, since I cut out all the crap from me, because again, I used to never reply to anyone on social media, like ever. I just hated it. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't reply to messages. I literally didn't reply to anyone. I got to the point where it was like 2 people in the world had my phone number, and that was the only people in the world that could contact me. I just didn't want to. Now I changed a lot of things, and energy drains and other things that now I can't wait to talk. I'm just like thinking, who can I hassle all day? But I just do a quick audio, boom, down, boom. So I'm not looking at the screen. I'm just like, oh, how can I get things going? Keep energy moving with the outside world. And I feel like it helps a lot. I feel it's a very fun process. So Daniel says, there's so much abundance. I need to do the work. I need to learn to love myself and my choices. I will repeat the course without blaming my rhythm. Yeah, that's the thing. Just takes time. Go easy on yourself. I've been building this stuff for over 20 years, working on myself a lot. And every year I feel I hit another level, where it's just like, you think you're doing amazing before and you hit another level. It's like, oh, wow. And I hope next year's going to be the same. So it's just an ongoing process. This world can always get even more incredible. Now, 5, your magnetic money offer. I was hoping that by this time when I'm clicking on your profiles, that I see lots of nice offers. Daniel, what do you do? Any offers? What? Daniel put a trap. He wrote, hi, Ari and David Ryback, what are you doing here? ? Hugs. That's funny. Nice one. Well done. Well played, Daniel. He knew I was going to check. Well done. Denise said, no offer yet. Gabe has a great offer. Gabe is the first one I saw that actually has a proper offer in his bio. So tell me your landing page below, and then he puts his website, and I'll show you for free 5 things you can improve to achieve your goal, getting more leads or sales or signups. See, that's very interesting. Like, I would accept, if I have a website, send him a link. Here, tell me 5 things. And again, if he does some bait and switch, then I'd tell him to piss off. If he gives me 5 things, it's like, now I consider what's next. I'm curious. So it's an easy in there. So I don't think anyone else has an offer yet. I'm looking around. No, I don't see anyone else with offers. Well done, Gabe. You were the one. What about mine? Oh, Rally. She did it. Oh, scale your creative business with Dixel Pixels, unlimited designs, monthly membership, no expensive hires, no contracts, no surprise. Yeah, no fees, pause or cancel anytime. It's it is good, but I call this the on-ramp. That's why I like these offers to think about this. It's like, because I did check your website as well, and again, everything looks great. It's all pretty, it's nice, it's well designed. The offers, and again, it's a good offer, but it's not what we're talking about for this process. Like someone who doesn't know you to knowing you, because I looked on your website and I go from I don't know you to 2,000 a month. So I don't know you to 2,000 a month is quite a jump for me. So it's like that type of thing. It's like that might be the best value in the history of design work of all time. I have no idea, but it's still a lot. Same as I was saying from Zoltan as well. He might have the greatest offer in the history of the world, 3,000 a month, 100 videos, 100 days. But if I don't know him, to go from 0 to 3,000 a month, that's a big ramp I have to jump onto. Whereas with Gabe, there is no ramp. Like if you're driving, it's at the same level you are. You just check it out. I'll veer in here. Didn't cost me anything. No hassle. Send him a link. Boom. And now we begin the conversation. Whereas Rally, it's like that is probably an incredible next level offer. But can you get an offer that comes closer to where they are to take the first step to come into your world? Because once they're in your world, now you can have all the other offers. But to get them into your world, it's a big jump. So, and I don't know what that is. It takes a bit of time to think about what your offer would be. But once you get an offer, like same with Zoltan, if he goes from that 3,000 a month, 100 videos, 100 days, to give me one video and I'll edit for free and then we'll talk after. It's like, I'll give you a video. And if I like it, it's like, oh, wow. Because even now, the fact he did 5 videos for me for free already and just did it, I'm already sold on the concept and I feel like I must have this process in my business. Now, the next process will be, and Zoltan, take this the right way, I'm just saying like this is how the thought process goes. So you might do that and I might go, this is the other hurdle you have to battle. It's not like each step is one step. So I see those videos and I go, that's cool. Now do I want Zoltan to do it? I'm sold on the concept when I wasn't sold before. I didn't even think I needed this. Now it's like, do I want Zoltan to do that? And that determines what's his next offer. His next offer will determine if I want Zoltan to do it or not. But now I'm sold, I want someone to do it. If you understand what I'm saying. And don't be like, oh, he's being so mean to Zoltan. It's like, no, I'm telling you how humans think about buying stuff. So he gives me that and I'm like, okay, I can see how having those videos like everyone else would really help me. But he hasn't given me a second offer yet. So I don't know what it is. I don't know, is he still asking for 3,000 a month? Is he asking, like, I have no idea. I don't know what the deal is now. So I'm like, who else does this? Can I download my own app and do this? Like, this is the type of shit that goes through someone's brain when they're there. So it's like, okay, do you like it? This is cool. I like it. Okay, what's the next step? And now I'm open to hear the next step. So again, I hope everyone understands this is a general thought process. Not that I'm picking on Zoltan or picking on Rally or anyone. Once you know this, so Rally as well, I would say get an offer that just makes it easy to come into your world. Once they're in your world and you've given them some value, then you can go beyond there. So Lucy says, so when is the best moment to follow up with the first offer? With everything, it depends. It depends so many things on what you're doing. So we'll do in the group, we'll do it like taking the right thing at the right time. Even look at this. Like my offer, my next one is, that's what I'm going to work on this week, creating the offer for the new mentorship, which will be called the brand new you. So I'm not really doing a follow-up for the next thing. I'm just giving you course after course and I want to blow your mind. And I want all of you, like if you're making 2,000 a month, I want to get you through these trainings to make 4,000 a month, 5,000 a month. And then you're like, man, his free trainings helped me that much. Like last year I was making 24,000 a year. Now I'm making 60,000 a year. Why don't I work with him one-on-one? And then I can make that go to 200,000 a year or 500,000 a year, or like Veronica selling the company for millions, or like Alex Hudatan selling his company, or like making many millions, or like the other guys who came in and sell their so that's how I want the process to be. I'm willing to invest a lot in all of you as much as possible. And I genuinely like Lucy, when I saw her offer, I'm like, okay, how do we make her offer better? And I'm thinking, here's some ideas, do this, because let's say Lucy applies what I'm giving her and she goes and she adds an extra 100,000 to her income this year because of that offer. I'd expect that she would probably be like, wow, David helped me that much, so I'm going to pay a little bit to get even more. And that's it. So there's different timings. Zoltan might have to hit the iron while it's hot a little bit faster than I would have to, because he's not really getting people into the world. He's like provide a value and then sell it. Same as Lucy. When I was saying I did a video for Lucy. If you didn't see it on Discord, maybe you want to check it out. That if people send her pictures of her garden in 15-minute free Zoom call, she can tell them how to make their garden beautiful. And then she can put that online on her social media and have lots of these clips so people can see how amazing she is at telling you how to do all the things for your garden. But then if you want the next step, then you'll pay for that. But now you know Lucy, you know what she can do, and you might do a sales pitch at the end of the 15 minutes. So that's the thing. Sometimes for me, a lot of you might be here 2 years, 3 years, and then you might want to do one-on-one with me. But with Lucy, you might do 15-minute call, and then you move to the next level in a 15-minute call. So yeah, it's just everything. It depends on your audience and what your service is and what you're doing, and the price as well. If you're selling something that's €5, it's different if you're selling something that's 2,000, 10,000 or more. So yeah, but understanding this concept of the money offer, it's so important. So hopefully you guys will post your offer, no matter how bad you think it is. Post it in the group and we'll try to work it through, because I like this game and we'll try to do it as much as we can. So Lucy says, I'll fly to Marbella shortly. Very nice. Yeah, awesome. So good. That's the thing. So we just stacking value everywhere is the name of the game here. And once you cut out the shit, the time wasters in life, you just become someone that enjoys this game. Like, let's say Lucy just loves fixing gardens. Like, her favorite thing in the world, she can't get enough gardens. She's like, every time she sees an ugly garden, she like pulls her car at the side of the road, shouts to the owners like, hey, you can make your garden nicer if you did this, 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 and this. She just loves it so much. Then it's like, why not have people contacting her all day? She does product or demonstrations, puts them online. She contacts people, does free sessions, uses that as content, like the guy with the grass cutting. And then, because if you're loving the way of life, and then eventually you're just overwhelmed with customers, you'll have way too many people, you're overbooked, and then you can just raise your prices. But you use the dead time that you used to waste on shit, on feeling depressed, on fighting with yourself, on arguing with people, with worrying about bills, with watching TV shows, and now you put it into the thing you say you love. For me, I love this, so I can do it all day. Like, I got up at 5 a.m, and I can just look for someone to hassle. Hey, who can I help them with their stuff today? So that's why we do it in this specific order, because once you can really get into it and love it, things upward spiral very quickly. But you might also need masterminds, because you probably can't see your own business. Like, once you've been in your business too long, you can't see all the opportunities that someone with fresh eyes could see. So you want a mastermind, or you want a mentor, or you want friends that are wealthy and then have different perspectives, and they can see what you can't see straight off. Which is why also with the mentoring, I'm getting help from the outside eyes this week. So I always apply my own advice. The next one, big money moves, actions you can take to be seen. So what bold actions have I taken to increase my visibility? Elisa's stepping up tomorrow. Very nice. Rally's stepping up on Tuesday. Gabe is stepping up on Thursday. Zoltan's already been stepping up. Lucy's been putting herself out there as well. So it's very nice. And there's other people. I'm sure you've been doing it outside of this group as well. These are just the ones I know of. So if you're stepping up, amazing. If you haven't really come up with the idea yet of what you could possibly do, think about it a little bit more. Because it's a big thing to be willing to step up and feel fear and taking chances in life. Then the next one, number 7, sell to who? Question mark. Not that you sell to something called who. Like Horton Hears a Who, or whatever that book was called. Have you thought about a few new places you can reach out to people? Did you take some time and think about your situation? There must be like 1 or 2 new people that you can possibly reach out to and connect with. And once you do start opening that world, are you starting to contact them and starting to get out there? There's many ways to do it. It's just making it a way of life. Again, you might want to mastermind with people in this group if you're doing this similar type of thing. You're trying to get new leads. You're trying to do whatever. So that's it. And then we have the bonus chapter, which is now, so you can give yourself a score after this one. So, but hopefully it going through that, it reminds you of how much we've covered. how many things we've done in this short period of time. And again, how many more things there are to learn as a part of this. So, but it's again, the more years you're doing all this, the easier life gets. Gabe says, I reached out last week to 10 podcast past guests. Guess what? One is interested in working together. Wonderful. Amazing. That's the thing. It's just like when you use your time wisely, there's always new things coming on. See, for me, that's what I need to start doing, like reaching out to podcasts. I don't really have a plan for that or how to reach out to podcasts. I haven't thought about it yet. So if anyone knows anyone with a podcast, again, I don't care. Because I'm learning this process, I don't care if there's 50 people on a podcast. I'll do it. If I'm not booked elsewhere, if there's 500 people, I did a podcast a couple of weeks ago, it was 15,000 people. Another one, like a few hundred people the week before. And it's like, there's some things like that. And I'm okay. I'm the type of person, when I'm building, I'm not proud. 50 people is 50 people I wasn't talking to if I'm doing nothing else anyway. And if there's 500 people, because I know sometimes you do that podcast, you get invited to the next one. Like Gabe invited me onto his podcast. I think it's called the Digital Nomad Podcast. So that's one. I'll be excited. Hopefully, if anyone's any ideas how to get on any others, I'm very excited to hear from you. That would be incredible. Because I would really love to do like 2 a week, 3 a week probably. That would be very nice and get that skill and get good at it. So, because I'm going through exactly the same process as all of you are. Because Peaceful Riches is a brand new thing for me. See, I've got lots of other companies and they're all going more in different ways and different stages. This one is a brand new process, so I'm basically doing the same thing I'm asking everyone else to do in this process. And it's fun. That's the whole thing. So Gabe says, these are guests on my podcast, so there's already a relationship. And usually these type of people you already connected with are the easiest to connect with. Yeah, so there's a website called Matchmaker FM. So yeah, very nice. I don't know, with those things, you just, like, because I like when somebody knows someone. I personally like when somebody does a referral and they're like, hey, and you put people together. So I'll reach out to my other network because lots of people are on a lot of podcasts. But for a podcast, there's usually needs to be a reason to come on. I was hoping to finish the book by then, but finishing the book is a little bit of a bitch. So I'm hoping the free courses might be enough to be exciting enough to talk on smaller podcasts for now, and see how that goes. But yeah, we're just figuring shit out every day, trying to put the pieces together. So Gabe says we'll connect you some. Amazing. That would be incredible. And again, if somebody's starting out and they've got 3 episodes, I'll come on. I don't care. Even if it's the first episode, I don't really care. I'm happy. I enjoy good conversations. Yeah, very nice. So we're going to be doing a little process tonight, if anyone wants to. And this process tonight will be a little energetic shift, because I know I want to get money now to be really external, and I hope you feel that it was very external. Like you're reshuffling your life on the outside, you're making offers, you know how to reach out to people. But most of what I always focus on was the internal. For a lot of time, that's why a lot of people, I think they probably thought I was one of these mindset people, and even though that name annoys me sometimes, like the wealthy mindset, because it makes it sound like you're just trying to manifest but not do anything, where I'm always big on both. But I really do believe deeply that if you don't get the inside right, you can try to do all the stuff, but you can't get yourself to do it. And I see this with people I work with all the time. It's like you can give them, some people you give the task, and a few people just do it, and they level up insanely fast. They just didn't know what to do, but once you give them what to do, it's just like boom, 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 boom. And they just level up in life so easy. Most people, I give them a task, and they can't do the task. Something happens, they fight with themselves, they just can't physically get themselves to do the task. And again, you might find putting your offer in your bio. You hear me talking about it, you think, oh, that's a good idea, it'd be good to do that, but they're one person has put a good offer in their bio. Now, some of you are still working on it. That's cool. If sometimes takes a while to get the offer, but some of you just can't get yourself even to sit down and think about it, because the thinking process hurts. Or if you, by doing that, you might make so much money, you might make yourself uncomfortable because you don't know how to become someone that doesn't struggle in life. Because struggle can be an addiction. A lot of people feel safe with struggle. And it's very interesting. You think, no, I hate being in debt. Being in debt sucks. No, I don't want to struggle. I don't like that. I don't have enough money at the end of the month and I'm just about covering my bills. It's like, if we look at that a little bit deeper, we'll find out you feel very safe there. And the reason you have that amount left over or not left over at the end of the month, and it's every month is the same, is because that's where you feel comfortable. It's the world you know, and you think by doing something different, you're going to threaten your whole world, and you get scared of it. When you know what to do. Like, yeah, Zoltan was saying that, how hard addiction to struggle. And it's like Zoltan knows exactly what to do. He knows how to level up. He knows how to reach out. He knows how to do stuff. He knows all that stuff. But sometimes you can't get yourself to do it because, and you think, it's just like, why does it just not work for me? Like, for other people, I just see them like, taking off. Like, they're not as smart as me. They don't know as much stuff as me. Why can't I do it? And usually what it is, there's an energetic shift, there's a miswired story that you think me getting more money means, and then there's a story there. And it could mean I won't get into heaven. That could be one. Oh, well, only poor people who struggle get into heaven. God loves the poor people. I don't think so, but I think he loves the poor people and the rich people, whatever. But I don't think particularly he loves struggle. Also think, well, if I do that, I'm killing the world if I have lots of money. Oh, imagine I had 30 pairs of extra socks. Oh my God, think about the wildlife. Oh, like if I had 30 pairs, if I had 4 extra t-shirts, oh my God, the devastation on the earth would be horrific. Or it's like, yeah, if I have a banquet from time to time, those children in Africa, they'll be starving if I eat too many apples. And there's just like crazy stories that don't make any sense, just flooding the mind. The other thing is as well, it's like you think you have to work too hard to have money. And it's possible. Depends how you do it. A lot of people think that, but then I figured out how to automate companies and then just people send me money. If I'm doing Peaceful Riches, I put a ton of time, but this is my favorite thing. Like, I just can't get enough of this. So this will grow slower than my other companies because I'm the one that has to do the work. And it's a terrible way to make money, to be honest. If you want to do, like, that's not my money making style. I like leveraging other people's talents. But for me as a person, I need to do these things. I need to be doing the live streams. I feel my life is infinitely better, more than any amount of money, because I like doing these streams. I feel incredible. By doing the mentoring, I feel incredible. By doing the groups, by whenever you put a problem up and I can help you fix it, that brings something to my life that I need in my life. If I don't have this, I feel like I just downward slide and don't enjoy it as much. So like, it is important for me. I have all the companies, they send me money, whatever. This is like a super exciting thing, and we'll monetize this as well, because I just monetize things is what I do. So I'm just one of these people that I even for my intention at the beginning, like those of you who joined the first sessions, as I told you, it's like if 10 people turn up and we talk about things that are interesting for me, that's going to be the thing. But my habitual pattern kicks in and then it starts monetizing. It just, I don't know why that happens. I train myself so much that it's like, this would make sense. So it keeps happening over time, because I think we just are what we are. I find that also as well, if you do things for a long time and you don't monetize it kind of drains you, and then you don't want to do it anymore. So it is important to monetize. And I just want to keep pouring the money back into this project, into more advertising, bringing more people in, creating more processes, building more team members, and just like make it spiral itself and create incredible products and experiences. But whenever you realize that so much of it is a story we tell ourselves inside, if every single story in your mind says, if I allow myself to be successful, my life is better in every single way. My family life's better, my health is better, my fun is better, my spiritual connection is better, and you believe in every single way, you'll just naturally enjoy doing the things that make you wealthier. And you won't fight against yourself, and it won't make you depressed, and it won't make you sad, and you won't be lethargic, because your stories match, and then you just naturally want to do the things for fun. And that's going to be the inner game of money, what we're doing. But I want to give a very important demonstration of this tonight. And again, it can make some people a bit uncomfortable, this one. Which is why I picked specifically this one. Because I know that this one is a bit odd for people, and I want you to feel what happens when a bit of energy shifts inside. and the stories we have about things in our life. So I want to feel a little bit of stuff, whatever's going on, and shift it a little bit and start to open the flow of money. And the thing I find with money is how we give money out is also how we get money in. Which is why this exercise we're going to do tonight is so important. It's the how we give money out is how we get money in. The people who give money out the most joyfully also receive the most joyfully and also receive the most. And it's such an important concept, this. Once you get this, like, you really start thinking about, how am I giving money out? Again, we talked about this before, is like at the grocery store, how are you giving money out? Every time you pay for something, you're, why do I have to pay for this? Oh my God, why does the world even have money? This sucks, it's so stupid. Why should I have to pay for groceries? Why do I have to pay for gasoline? Why do I have to, and every time a bill comes, you feel miserable and sad and annoyed about things. And you never give money to anyone. You're always holding back and trying to like hoard your last tin of beans. It's like, oh, if I gave someone a tin of beans, I'd have no more tins of beans the rest of my life. Oh, that pair of socks with the holes in it. Oh, I couldn't give that away. Oh my God, I have nothing left. So it's like, can we be in the flow of life and realizing that money, it comes and goes. It just flows through us in life. And our job is to stay in the flow and keep that flow going. Giving and receiving continually. So I find this one for a lot of people, and we can do a little sort of thought process here, a little bit of allowing ourselves to think in a different way. And you'll find that this is a lot of what we're going to be doing in the inner game of money, but we come at this in so many different ways that I'll catch you with some of them and you'll be like, holy shit, I didn't know I thought about money in that way. Some of them won't matter to you. Some of you will be like, it's not a big deal, don't care. And then just one of them will catch you and it'll just like change how you think about everything. So how I want to think about this, I would actually maybe create a, tell me that we have to give money away. Give it all away. Eventually we give away everything anyway. Because this place, you come, you have an experience and you leave. It's the journey of life. It is what it is. Nothing is ours. We don't get to keep anything. We just get to use things while we're here. So it's not being attached to things. It's just allowing things to flow, experience it, enjoy it. Not getting our ego attached to things. If you suddenly have a brand new car, say you got a Ferrari, it doesn't make you any more special than anyone else. Enjoy it, have a good time, but realize that's not yours. That's just something you get to enjoy for a while. Same as your house, same as your clothes, same as your computer. We're very blessed to have these computers, and then at one stage they're gone. So it's knowing that the flow of life and not being attached to things, just being in that charging up energy and constantly circulating and getting things going. So yeah, embracing the joy of giving. Cosmin, he obviously read and see. So the thing is, he says, tell me we have to give anything. You don't have to do anything. I just want to be clear on that. You get to do certain things. You get to do whatever you want to do. There's very little we have to do, but you get to do it. And I think it's an important word to play. If you ever find yourself saying you have to do something, it's like, if you want a certain outcome, you get to do something in order to do that. So it's like, how does it feel for you right now if you were to generously give away €10 per month? So when you think about these, just think about, imagine yourself doing this. And when I'm saying this, is like, I notice a lot of times people give things away, but they only give it to places that make them feel guilty enough. Like, again, you see someone struggling on the street and they got a sob story, but can you give it to, this is why the churches were always so big onto the tithing principle. It was like always about giving the 10%. And I used to, again, I'd make fun of this and I still make fun of this. It's like, oh, God needs all your money. I know he created everything in a click of a fingers and all this stuff, but he still needs your money. And it's like, but what I realized over time is, like, a lot of these people are, again, they got a little weird agenda of what they're doing. But in terms of the way I see that is like, God doesn't need our money, but we need to give it in that way. It's like this odd thing where it's like, for our benefit to feel the abundance, because people who can't give money ever, they feel the reason they can't is because they believe there's not enough. And then the belief there's not enough creates that in our life. Because most people say, when I have enough, then I'm going to start to give. And it's so interesting, like in terms of like giving it to things you're inspired by, things you want to see more of, things you want to see grow, not things like, oh, there's homeless people, I'll give them homeless people. It's like, oh, I feel bad for him, I'll give him. Like, this is about joyously giving. Whenever you can joyously give something. Because you want to see how happy someone feels whenever you joyously give something. Like, how would it feel for you to go and, like, you just see a kid in the shop and you see him looking at a little bicycle or something. And he's just, like, looking at it and be like, oh, I wish I could buy that. And you heard their conversation. Like, two 12-year-olds are just sitting there and be like, I wish I could buy that. That would be incredible. And you're like, here, I'll tell you what, kid. There you go. I'll buy it for you. Enjoy. Just giving them the money to buy a kite. I'll say a kite or whatever that is. It'd be €10. And you just imagine you're giving someone €10. Boom. And can you do that? Can you do that with joy? And here's the thing with all of this. It's so important to be able to feel joy when doing it. Can you imagine yourself giving that kid €10 with joy? And then seeing his face, he's like, Mr., Mrs., are you sure? Really? For me? He's like, yeah, for you. And you're like, and inside, you know, he's like, whenever he buys it from the shop and he goes running down the street screaming like, oh my God, ah, and he's so happy. He's the happiest kid in the world. And you're like, I'm so happy I got to do that. That is freaking awesome. Like how nice that is just to be able, again, such a small amount. We're only doing, you'll see in the guide, we have many levels to this. But to joyously give €10. And now think, okay, we're going to do 100. And not 100 in a few little splatters. We're going to give someone 100 for fun. You've had some waitress was just super nice. Super nice, super friendly, really joyous. You're in it's better in a simple place. So you just go in and get a cup of tea. Just have a little cup of tea, that's a delightful cup of tea. In a very pleasant place. The waitress is super nice, super friendly, super joyous. And at the end, she brings you down your bill and it's €4. And you're thinking, you know what? You were awesome. Here's €100. I'll give you 2 50s. Just so it's easier for you to spend. Can you see yourself doing that now with such joy? Yeah, but if I had 2 50s, I'd be blah, 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 I don't know. It's like, can you just see yourself doing it? Nobody's making you do it. Can you just see yourself in that process? Just feel what it feels like to joyously give 2 50s to the waitress. And watch her face. She's like, oh my God, really? Oh my God, I'm so excited. This is incredible. I'm just so happy and so joyous. And how do you feel inside knowing that she's just like, oh wow, that person is so incredible. They helped me out so much. Incredible. Wow. Okay, you do that. Doesn't it feel nice inside? Feel like a nice, joyous, warm feeling. Now, 1,000. Now can we do it with 1,000? Can you do it going into, give me a scenario, somebody have a scenario. Who would we give 1,000 to? 1,000 to one person just for being nice. I see everyone's typing. It's going to give me, who do we give 1,000 to? Daniel says dentist. We have some dentists in here. The Uber driver. Luciani, he's like, yes, the Uber driver. Give the Uber driver 1,000. Okay, so the Uber driver, super nice guy. Cars, beautifully clean. Tells you about how much he loves life. He loves being on the road. It's incredible. Because I always want these people not to be desperation stories. I want these to be inspiring stories. And he's told you all about, he asks you questions about your day and what you're into and all these things, and you have a nice trip. Wherever you're going, driving through town, he has a bottle of water for you in the back, and he even gives you a little snack after, and you're like, wow, man, this driver is cool. Yeah, this driver is cool. Okay. At the end, you pull out 1,000 cash. You know what? Here you go. Enjoy. I hope that makes you feel great, right? So think about how good you feel doing that. Taking it out and you've just like joyously, there you go. And you know he's like, oh, wait, you're joking, right? It's like, nope, you did a great service. Amazing. I love it. Such an incredible service. Feels wonderful. Just feel it in your body where it feels to just joyously give away 1,000 cash. Boom. You might need to take a deep breath. Maybe it fights with you a little bit, just doing that, just joyously giving someone 1,000. And sometimes it fights with that. You feel like it's the expansiveness trying to open up, but then the story inside trying to keep it closed. Dory, our farmer, you can give it to your farmer when you buy vegetables. Very nice. Yeah, so hopefully you're starting to feel some energy shifting here, like that joy of being able to give so much, how nice it is. Now, a couple more. 10,000. So yeah, Daniel says, I still feel fear, my jaw is rigid still. Yeah, very nice. So, and it's important to do this, to feel it, and just feel it and breathe and feel what it feels like, just actually pulling it out of your wallet and giving it. It's your money. It's not somebody else's money. It's your money. So this time, we're going for a nice drive in the countryside. Dory will be happy to hear. And we stop upon this beautiful farm, and it says, fresh homemade vegetables for you. Freshly squeezed tomato juice. And you're like, wow, this is a nice place. I want to go in. You talk to them, and the owner's like, oh my God, this place is incredible. I hand-built my whole house. Sound familiar, Dory? And shows you his family, and they're running around, and they're so happy. And you see all the trees and plants, and he tells you how he doesn't want to use pesticides, doesn't want to use any poisons, wants it to be the most beautiful, well taken care of, healthy food in the world. And you're like, wow, this person, he just loves this. He loves this work. And he talks about how much he loves the sun in his face every day when he's working. Even in the snow, he doesn't care. He's still up at 6 a.m. doing his thing, but he loves it. And he's just full of life. So you buy the vegetables. He's like, that's 48 euro, please. You give him the 50, whatever. And then you're like, you know what? You're a real inspiration. You're a real inspiration. You know what? Here's 10,000. I'm going to give you 10,000 cash. And our anonymous farmer, not called Doru, or maybe called Doru, who knows? And you give him that, and he's like, really? We'll say 10,000 euro. Yeah, and just like give him that. He's like, wow, what's this for? He's like, just because you're awesome. That's it. Just because you're awesome, and I love to do it. And I love to see your face. You see this farmer, and he's just like, wow, you're a nice person. Like, oh, I try to be. I do my best. And you're a very nice person too. It's incredible. And you know how happy he is. Now he can renovate something in his house. He can maybe buy some crazy stuff for his children. Incredible, right? Gibrian says, to anyone who provides service with a genuine heart and a humble, open attitude, and when they feel they're not doing it for the money. Yeah. Whenever you just feel someone who just loves what they're doing. That's why, again, with Peaceful Riches, I want us all to be in that place where we are someone, when somebody feels from us, they're like, you know what, I just feel the inspiration that you're just loving this. You're really in what you're doing. It's not like, oh, I got to do this to get money so I can not do it. Like, I want more money for this so I can do more of it, not so I can do less of it. And you know that's when you're in the right place, whenever you want money to do more rather than less. So Brigida Biro says, I totally give to a farm like this. It goes back to the garden to grow more organic, food. It's a ripple effect. When we give and be kind to other, it multiplies. Jay says, oh my God, giving 10K is hard for me, some sort of ceiling here. Yeah, we all have a ceiling, no matter where it is. Andrew says, do people accept 10K from strange people? You can, well, I'll try. You can give me 10, I'll see. Maybe I'll accept it. I'm pretty sure I will. I think most of us here will be like, yeah, I'll take it. Dory says, I'm willing and open to receive, even if I'm a little bit scared. Yeah, see, Andre's on that. He's like, what's this 10 grand for? And then he's thinking, is this some mafia shit going on here? Am I selling my farm? What's happening? No, this is a beautiful, joyous moment of you and a happy, healthy, joyful farmer. Okay, who do we give the 100,000 to? Come on, somebody, give me, who do we give the 100,000 to? I like this to be someone. It can be anyone. And we just happily go through. Abe is to an artist. Okay. Let's do this. An artist. So, you're just walking down by the beach. Walking down by the beach on holiday in a little quiet town. And you see some artist. And they're out there and they've got a mix of like they're building sand sculptures and they're really beautiful and he's just loving it. Walking around in his bare feet. He's got a couple of kids there and they're all like joyfully laughing and joking and making it nice, and the sunset is in behind and you can see it hitting all of their sculptures that they've built, and they're sitting there and they got a little tray out. And you see like €4 in his tray. There's like €4 in his tray. And he's like, okay, cool, very nice. And you're like, you know what? Hey man, pretty nice. I realize it's all men. Hey woman. Hey woman. We didn't realize there was no woman getting any gifts here. So let's go. A nice family of a woman and a man. They're both loving together. That's my favorite. Families are wonderful. So a man and a woman, they're both doing art together and they got their children and it's spectacular and beautiful and other stuff. And they've got this little thing. So, and the little tray, and you're like, hey man and woman, you look like a wonderful couple. And they're like, yeah, we just decided this would be how we'd glorify God by just being here, creating beautiful art, give people joy when they're going past. And you're like, wow, these are such nice people. And you see joy in their face completely, not struggling in any way. They just have a joyous life. They bring inspiration to people. And you're like, you know what? I might do a transfer because I don't usually walk around with 100 grand cash. So I might do a transfer. Do you have a PayPal? Do you have a money transfer thing? And then you're like, they're like, well, sure. And you just, boom, send them 100K. Bam. And they're like, what? 100? Wait, what? You're joking, right? 100K. How does that feel? You're just sending it to them. They're having a great time. Being like, wow, incredible. And they're like, wow, look, we can do this. We can do this for years more now. We don't have to do anything else other than create sculptures and bring amazing things to people. You're like, yeah, you get to do that. Amazing. Yeah, Morgan says, I'm an artist and solar mom, and I think my brain would stop working if someone gave me 100K. Yeah. Very nice. So, wonderful. So, hopefully you're starting to get into the feeling of this. Because to give away 100K, how much do you need to be making? That's why whenever you think there's two sides to the story, to joyously give away 100K, you'll be making infinitely more than that. So much. But it's important to start rehearsing to be generous, to be so prosperous. Because they come together. Because people go, no, I'm never giving away that much. And it's like, well, then you can't see yourself having much. But when you can feel like how nice is that joyously giving, joyous energy of just being out there. So we'll go to the last one now. You can play this game as much as you want, as high as you want. So Karina says, 100K to the cardiologist team that treated my dad and saved his life. Yeah, okay, so very nice. Okay, so we'll give $1 million to the cardiologist team then. So your dad was having it. Well, I'm thinking of this. I don't want anyone to manifest or have thoughts about anyone they love needing surgery. I'm very careful with these things. Karina, you can do that one. You can tell that story. I'm trying to think something like just a joyous experience. I realize what I'm putting out there. I don't want to put anyone thinking any of their family is in. Okay, Alex is $1 million to a mechanic. Okay, let's do this. So you're in getting your car fixed. If you got that much money, I don't know why you're getting car fixed. Maybe you're just getting the tires, oils changed, whatever. He's doing the windows, all that stuff. He's just like the most joyous mechanic. It's a mechanic from our story that we were building his business earlier in the group. Like this is another thing as well. Is like, are you scared to give too much to one person? And it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, who cares about giving it to one person? So you're there, and yeah. So you're in the mechanic. Yeah. So we told him you're buying a new car there. Then okay, we're in a dealership / mechanic. The mechanic that we built his business, he also has a dealership. Yeah. Dory says, I like this exercise. Stimulates my emotions very well. Yeah. It's such a nice process, feeling that feeling of giving. So you're buying a car, and then the guy there, he's helping you out so much. He's been so friendly and helpful. He's got you a little snack. He's brought you in out of the heat. No, he's giving you some drinks, like little homemade things that he, like, nobody else really thinks about making. Like maybe his wife is in the back and she's like, hey, would you like some like fresh chicken sandwiches? Or we just had chicken from our own farm and we have this stuff and they're incredible. And you're like, that mechanic place? Who the frick does this? And they're just like the most lovely family, and their children are working there also, and they're all just like one good unit and whatever. So it's, yeah, so it's like you go through and they're having such an incredible experience. And I hope you're seeing this in your mind now. You're really feeling it. And you're feeling how amazing they are and how much good service, and their place is beautiful, and they got plants all around the place. And they also help take care of some cats and some dogs and other things, and they're with children, and it feels incredible. And at the end of the service, you're like, he's like, okay, can you do the money transfer for the car? It's going to be like 74,000. You're like, sure, no worries. You go 74,000, you're like, what if I typed in an extra number on there? And now you put 1,074,000. Boom, send it. And he's like, wait, what? Wait, what the frick? And he's like, no, what? You made a mistake. Oh my God, I'm going to have to send this back. He's like, no, it's not a mistake. It's good. It's good. It's fine, you can keep it. He's like, what, an extra million? He's like, yeah, sure, no worries. It's fine. You had a great service. I really enjoyed the chicken sandwich. Best chicken sandwich I ever had in my life. I love it. So good. It's like, boom. Thank you very much for the car. I appreciate it. I'll see you again sometime. He's like, I hope I do. I hope I do see you again sometime. And just that feeling of just like, you can just, and you go away. And then it's not even that big a deal. You just, okay, what do we want to do now? We're going to go into town. We're going to do something else. We're going to go hang out, have a picnic with our family. Very nice. So hopefully you can see that it starts to just like change something internally for you to be the one giving this many things joyously. And really just like allowing that energy out and seeing yourself being so generous. And this is something we need to work our way up there. Like if somebody's not giving anything, like start to give like €1 a month. Like whenever I used to go to the mall, like I think it was me, Andy Secchi would do this. Whenever I was with him quite a bit, or maybe it was with Alex. I think both. I did this all the time. I just go and I leave money lots of different random places. Just leave like 20 lei, and then just like on the rail in a weird place, and then just sit and watch and see what happens. And then you see people going over, and they were like, "What the? Oh." Even the bookstore as well is like how to make money, like how to manifest money. I would put money inside the books in the bookstore. So whenever people buy the books, they'd be like, "Wait, that's €10. What? How to manifest money?" And I manifested €10. Like, this is incredible. Or paying for people in the toll in front of you. Or when you pay for your parking, I'd throw money in at the bottom. So somebody would pay their parking and they get like €5-10 extra. And it's just having fun, giving things, and not being so tight and restricted, and not being so like intense about money, because the intensity around money makes it hard to get it. Whereas once we get it to where it's not intense anymore, we can actually have a joyful experience with it. Because one of the big things about getting money is having fun with money, and then being able to ask easy for money. Because if people are all tense about money, it's such a big deal. It's life or death. It's like asking someone for €50, you think you're about to starve their family if you ask for €50. Whenever you've given so much and you've been so joyful, it's like you're delighted to ask for €50. Because me say let's do it with 10 million. Yeah, do as far as you want to go. I find with people, there's a number which usually gets a trigger, and it could be like 1,000 or it could be 10,000. And then after that almost becomes not a real thing anymore. Your brain doesn't really care. It's kind of just more of the same. Like once you get past that trigger and then you feel like, you know what, I'm putting on my goal. I want to give away 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month, 50,000 a month. But then start to do 1, to do 5, to do 10, and work your way up piece by piece, being able to do it. And it's so important to start being, as Daniel says, having fun, giving money, love it. Yeah, and Daniel, it says, it's like, if you're in Romania, put 1 lei and just watch a kid find it. Doesn't have to be a lot at the beginning. Just break that energy of the intensity around money. Yeah, and Lucy said this is different than spending money. Yeah, it's like just giving to wherever you're inspired by. If somebody does good work or some other thing, feel that desire to just give that energy out. And you can see how it changes the flow in your body. You stop being so intense. Because nobody wants to be around the intense people. You can have a laugh and tell jokes and other things. And it's just like, it's such a nice way to be. So hopefully you can see how doing these energy work, this is just one simple process, can start to make you feel a little bit different. Because another thing I do whenever I spend money, I always expect more is going to come back. Whereas a lot of people have a story in their mind, once they spend money, that's it. They're losing. Instead of, if I spend money, 10 times more comes back. And you imagine 10 times more. I pay 100, I get 1,000 back. I pay 1,000, I get 10,000 back. And every time you spend it at the cashier, you're like, oh wow, more is going to come back once I spend this. It's the little stories we tell ourselves, because this also determines how you can see opportunities or not see opportunities. Because if you're constantly worried about I need to save €5, it's so hard to see how you could make a lot more by asking different questions. But you have to start to see there's so many people with so much money, but we only let ourselves reach out to it if we believe there's enough. And if we believe there's enough other people with enough. Because we very often think everyone believes, has the same financial situation we do. Something psychologically, it happens that way. You think, oh, we're struggling. Everyone's struggling. And it's like, no, everyone is not struggling. A lot of people have a lot of money. Like a lot. Some people, a lot of money. Like so much, they just have no idea what, they almost just don't even think about money. They just like spend insane amount on the dumbest shit and don't care. Jay says 1 million for a wonderful in-person retreat, 2 weeks, Mediterranean island hopping and beautiful island boat, all paid. We would 10x the investment and just keep on going. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, and I think energetically you have to work your way up there until you believe it. So you do a little bit. You see, I give 10 and I get 100 back. And then when you do that, now it's like you almost have to work your way up a little bit until you believe it, so you become the type of person. So Sebastian says somehow my mind thinks of giving pledge when I think about giving this much money. What's the giving pledge? I don't know what that is. Yeah, but the other one we were going to be doing, I know we're a bit over tonight, but I think it's because it's the very last one of this whole section. Hopefully you're okay for a little bit. And hopefully you felt some change of the energy, because, again, this work, it matters so much. The outside matters, selling, communicating, other stuff, but how much you can sell for matters so much because of this stuff. So, yeah, so that process is a bit long, so I don't think we'll do the whole receiving, but in terms of receiving, some people are fine at giving, but some people find it very hard to receive in terms of gifts. See, the thing is, like, I was always able to receive money from a company very easily, but I never was able to receive gifts. It was like one of these odd things where it's like I can make money easily. So I could do a company, build it up, and then it's like, oh, okay, there's money. Like somebody put in a giant order, tens of thousands, but that's fine, no worries. But somebody giving me a gift, I wasn't able to accept it. Or someone helping me out. Because you might notice I'm someone that I really like to help people out. I hope you see that. Like if you guys if you'll let me help you, if you put something in the group, I'll try to pounce and get onto it quickly. And try to help out and see. And everyone I'm around all the time, I'm constantly thinking, how do I improve their life? Where's the stuck point? Do you have any traumas I can release? How can I question you things differently? How can I help your business? And I just do that all the time. But then if I was ever in a hard time, I would disappear and not be near people because I wouldn't let anyone help me until I figured it out. And it was an odd pattern. It was just like, so even though I'd helped so many people, when it came time I would need help, I just like would disappear. No, okay, I got to figure it out before I'll come back around people again. And I was like, the more money I have and other stuff, then I'd be super generous. And then if times were tough, then I'm boom, see ya. And it was a very odd pattern. And sometimes it's like you didn't feel you deserve to receive certain things. So I had been working over that in the past while. Because there's a lot of people like that. They can give, but you try to give them something back and they can't handle it. It freaks them out. Other people, they can take, and they'll never give a thing back to anyone. So yeah, so Karina says having a hard time receiving. Yeah, so these are both ways, and giving and receiving are both incredible. In terms of like, you want to allow that flow. It's like you have to have the both flow to allow it to go together. So, but there's just different levels, which is why we need to work on this process. Like in terms of somebody just gives you a gift, a 10 euro gift. I'll tell you what, funny story today. Eddie, or Abe Inkin, he decided he liked the course so much, he decided to buy me a gift today. That was very nice. He's only 14 years old. He saved up his savings and he was like, oh, you deserve a gift. And so him and Brigitte came back in the car and Brigitte was like, oh, somebody sent you a gift from the gift list. And I was like, oh, nice. That's cool. And unfortunately, we have this joke thing that I don't know if you saw it from, I think it was called a Marvel thing from the Guardians of the Galaxy. And the guy was like, whenever he's arguing with someone, he was like, oh, yeah, hey, I bought you a gift. He's like, yeah, what gift? He's like, oh, yeah, I bought you a gift. And then he's like, oh, what? Oh, what? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it did that. Oh, wait, I apologize. And we have this thing, we actually stole it and just like, we do that as a joke quite a lot. So whenever Brigitte came and says, oh, somebody bought you a gift from the wish list. And I was like, oh, amazing. Incredible. I love it. And I was like, hey, Eddie, someone bought you a gift too. I was like, here. And if anyone's just listening, it's what you wind your fist so the middle finger comes up. And of the timing of this, when Eddie was like so excited to get home, and he's like, oh my God, David's going to love this gift. It's like, it was a remote control car that I'd put in the list. And it was just like, and he was so excited. And I was like, Eddie, somebody bought you a gift too. And then I just wind it up and he's like, you just saw his little face. He's just like, I just saved up my pocket money so I could come and buy you a gift. And I've been thinking about this and you just give me the middle finger. I was like, of all times to give him the middle finger, come on. And I was just like, but he took it well. He realized it. We do this out of just a joke. It's like we make fun of each other a lot. So, but the timing was classic. It was just one of those moments of that. So yeah. Yeah, so Sparky says it's not so fun when you give something to someone who has a hard time to say, yeah, I know. They're, no, I can't possibly have it. Whereas like if somebody just gives you some money or something or a gift, you would just want to be like, amazing, thank you, love it, so good. I even had like one time, there's this funny thing. Alex, he has a Porsche box or whatever, like a really nice blue one. I'm sure a lot of you seen it with the convertible and stuff like that. And he just leaves it with people. He left it with me for like 6 months, and I was just like over at the airport. I think I was picking him up actually, in the car, and then this like homeless guy come walking past, and he was like, "Hey man, any chance you got a spare 100?" And I was just like, that's fucking cool. That was cool asking. Do you have a spare 100? And I kind of laughed, and he just laughed, and he just walked past. But then I thought about it more. Then whenever he came back, it was just like, you know what? Because you didn't ask in such a shitty way. You asked in a way that brought me joy and other stuff. I was like, here, hey man, here. And then just gave him a 20. And I was like, that's for asking prosperously. And it was just like, because someone doesn't do it out of that intensity and like shitty feeling, it's like you actually want to open up and give and make things fun and make it joyous. Like giving and receiving, it should be a fun process. We shouldn't be so intense with money. So Terry says, because I have a giving company, what does that mean? Now I'm curious. I've experienced people are incredibly suspicious of that model. They want it as a discount or want to direct the funds themselves. It's a hard model to use. They see it as bribery, so use a separate charity to run things through, much harder than you would think. I don't know what that means. Terry says, I also have a really hard time receiving. Maybe that's part of the imbalance. Yeah, I think it's important both. And we got to get to this place of being able to have that joyous flow backwards and forwards and be able to do it. So even this one, now I'm doing the receiving one, I'm like, okay, I think we should probably end the call. Like we could do a couple of these actually then, and you can do it in your own time, the receiving. And then maybe I can create audios for these as well, because they're probably a part of the other training. So, but like if somebody does give you a gift, do you know how to say thank you? Like let's say after you've provided a service, you've done a service, you've helped someone out, whatever you do in your work, Gabe, you make a website. Lisa, you did copywriting. Someone else does. Abe does his art. And if somebody just gives you a 50 after, can you just be like, thank you very much? Like, think about it now. Can you just say, thank you very much. I appreciate that very much. And then that's it. You don't need, oh, no, I couldn't possibly. No, please. Oh my God. It's like, thank you very much. Lucy says, I'll tell my partner to mentor me receiving. Very nice. Yeah. Daniel says, I learned to receive tips with joy from my food delivery. Yeah, amazing. And that's the thing, whenever you do it, because whenever you do it with joy, people want to give you more. It's like, thank you very much. I love it. Amazing. Incredible. So then if somebody does, like, also, okay, you're doing your work. Let's go through this. We'll go through a few of these. You're doing your work, providing your service, whatever that is. And somebody gives you €1,000 as a bonus. You, personally, in your own life as it is now, not in future fantasy like tomorrow. Somebody just gives you €1,000. Boom. How does it feel? Cash in your hand, and you're just like, huh, wow, thank you. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Boom. In my pocket. I appreciate it. Wonderful. Just take a little second to feel like that feeling of just like, because especially when it's money that you didn't have to physically, there's earned money one thing, but whenever it's just like a little bonus on top, it's just like such a beautiful thing. That's why it's so nice to give those and receive those. Just like, boom, very nice. So beautiful. Just 1,000 extra. I love it. Boom. Done. Very nice. Little gifts are very nice. Okay, same thing. And I want this to be like just you in your profession. Whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you're selling. You do your work for the day. Boom, boom, boom. Other stuff. You give it your all. You're really just like joyously doing your work. This is an important part of it as well. Like, feel like you really did an incredible job. You're just so proud of it. You're like, man, I did good work. That was incredible. Somebody's like, here, 10,000 cash. You're like, wait, is that real? Flip. That was me making the noise of flipping the notes in case you're wondering. And then it's like, huh, very nice. If that's real, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Will go to a very nice place. Jay says, I got 1K bonus from a client from Canada after a couple of beautiful sessions. Felt like a miracle, like a love bubble burst into my heart. Yeah, it's such a beautiful thing just to get like a, Sparky's like, in cash, I think drug money. See, that's the stories we tell. Just like, no, just someone joyously and prosperous who loves nice things. They just do many things. They've just got a business. They just like having cash because people used to have cash. That's what we used to do. I don't know if some of you maybe are too young to remember the days of cash, but we used to, everything was put in cash. It was it was a beautiful time. Hopefully we bring it back. It was a better time. I find that if somebody gives me $100 cash, it feels better than 1,000 in digital. I don't know why. It's just like Brigitte and I, we were selling some stuff from the house. We were just making space basically. And then it's just like, you sell like a computer. Somebody's like 500 cash. It's like, when somebody just gives you 500 cash in your hand, it's just because it happens so rarely now. It's just like, this is so good. It brings me so much joy. I'm just like, wow, awesome, 500. And you count it and it's like, nice. Because you're so used to it comes in the account and you don't even see it or feel it. And then you send, it comes in, goes out, comes in, goes out. But when I forgot like just how nice cash was. When I was doing the mail order and it's just cash coming in all the time. You do go to the retail store, you're just doing tens of thousands a day. Cash is just like, it's so nice. But I guess it happens. So Denise is saying, what's the catch? What's the catch? Yeah, so now the next one, you provide your service. I think you know where this one's going. Do incredible work. And really get into it. Really think about this now. You doing your work as you're doing it. You've already been tipped by the other people. And you're thinking, man, this is a good week. I got 1,000 tip. I got 10,000 tip. And you're like, what's the odds of that happening again? And you go and work for someone very prosperous. You provide incredible value. You're high because you got so much good tips already. People appreciating you. And then boom. At the end of it, you ask for payment, they send the payment, and you notice there's an extra 100,000 at the end of the payment. You're like, wait, I think you pressed the wrong button there, bud. It's like, no, it's exactly as it should be. You're like, wow, really? Yep, no worries, all yours. I loved your work. Extra 100,000. Nice. I appreciate it. That is wonderful. What a week we're having. Incredible. Thank you so much. And I hope you're seeing this now and you're feeling it's like, and just not a disbelief. Like a lot of people go, oh my God, I can't believe it. And it's like, if you can't believe it, then this world has a way of making you not. There's a way of undoing it. So like, I do believe it. I fully believe it. It's incredible. Thank you very much. Like the power of words are so important. So yeah, so hopefully you get the feeling of that. And hopefully it gives you a good energy here at the end of this process. You can do the other numbers, whatever number you want going forward. You can keep going up as high as you want. But I think getting 100,000 tip, you can already start to feel nice enough. It's a nice flowing. And hopefully you can feel like some stuckness starts to leave the body. And you can shake it out and just get used to that, because very quickly, the more you start to feel this prosperity, the more your mind allows you to do things that bring more money in. And it's just amazing how much, when we change our story around money, how good it is to give it, how good it is to receive it, how much people love giving. See, that's why it's important, like, to realize when you can love to give, you think other people love to give also. And then turns out people do want to give. Jay says, interesting, when you love what you do, the money also takes the energy of love. This is a huge for me, a journey from a burden to a blessing. Yeah, absolutely so. Ella says, I always received more money than I asked for, no matter what the job was. Wonderful. Very nice. Yeah, so tech support says, the best session so far. You kept the best for last. Happy you enjoyed it. I enjoy this. I'm happy it's like we're still continuing things, because if it gets to the end of the program, I'm like, oh no, I'm very sad. I want to talk to everyone. But we have many more things coming. Don't disappear. I know it's December, but now's the time. Here's the thing with like building up for the new year. A lot of people with their new year resolution, they can't seem to make them work. The reason they can't make them work is because they try to start them after January, and they get drunk on midnight and they're hungover on the first day of the new year, and then they feel like crap. You want to build momentum going into the new year and ride that momentum through it. Like, now is the time to build momentum. That's the time to be doing it. So Gabe says, this is wonderful and just the beginning. Thank you so much. Amazing. So Luciana says, I received 50 from a customer who barely lost his airplane. I was happy to arrive with him in time. Very nice. Luciana says, I'm looking forward to the course in January. Thank you very much for everything you do. Thank you. It's amazing. So that's pretty much this session. And if anyone does want to buy me a gift, you're very welcome to, or not, whatever. It's up to you, your joy. You can buy me a Rubik's Cube or some markers. There's an Amazon wish list somewhere if you want to. Don't feel obligated in any way. This is not the point of this. The point is to feel the energy and to do that. So, but if, like Eddie, you felt like doing it, I won't give you the middle finger. I'll actually graciously accept it. So, but if you want to, if not, no worries. But the main thing is that you start to change this energy and start to feel the difference inside and start to feel all these different things. That's why, again, once you apply the inner game of money to the outer game of money, you'll just see, like, by next summer, when you've applied those and had a bit of time to put them in together, you're going to see such a transformation. And hopefully as all of you start increasing your income, adding an extra 2, 3, 4, 5,000 a month, then you will want to work one-on-one. And then we'll take it to tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, whatever. So that's my goal here, to make all of you rich enough where buying the mentoring is like yours. It's not even a thought. You just do it. And it's just a fun process. So that's my business model, if you want to know. You make people richer, and then they have more money, and then they want to buy your thing because you help them get richer. So I think that's the most beautiful business model in the world. And that's my goal for you. So if I'm able to help you, like if you're willing to put your offer in the group, I'll help you through that. If you're willing to do any of that stuff, like I'll give what I can and help out what I can. And hopefully our journeys, like, 'cause I want success stories from all of you. I want incredible success stories as soon as possible. That's a big priority for me in every way. So hopefully we'll see those building over time. But that's it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you all. And tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Marbella time, that'll be 11 Romania and other stuff. Then Elisa will be having the copywriting call. And then we'll have Tuesday with Ralu and Thursday with Gabe. And then hopefully Veronica will be coming on next Sunday. That'll be an incredible interview if she's doing it. I know she's traveling, so we'll see if we can get that in. And just hearing her story is incredible. So hopefully you'll be there for that. So thank you very much. That's it for tonight. Have a great one. Take care. All right. Bye-bye. Get money